Hi everybody, hope you all are having a good day. I'm out here on Patoka Lake. The beach is just right over there, and I've managed to paddle my kayak. I thought I was going fishing, but the fish aren't biting. I paddled my kayak all the way out to this lonely island that's out here just northwest of the beach at Patoka Lake. So I'm gonna give you guys a little tour of it. This is the first time I've ever been out here before, so come on. All right, so we're walking along the southwest side of the island, headed around the curve to the northwest side. And as you can see, the water over here is very, very shallow. I actually threw out my fishing lures and about 30 feet, and it was still pretty shallow. I had on bait that just kind of skims some water. It goes about a half foot down, and it was still dragging on the bottom. So this side of the island is very shallow. I think it probably has something to do with the wind here. We get a lot of our storms out of the west and southwest. But as you can see, a lot of the rocks on this side of the island are mostly pebbles or they're seashells. And as the farther you get out, they turn into real little pebbles, and then it's almost like a clay sand. I've actually taken a tour of this island already, and I found some cool things I want to show you guys. So I was walking along earlier with my fishing rod, and I just happened to look up, and I noticed, if you can see it right there, there's a small pathway that leads up to the middle of this island, and that makes me wonder, initially, if it was a path that like fishermen used to get from one side of the island to the other. And it has to be, because this would be a great place to dock your boat. So I walked up here, and I was walking along, and I noticed that all of a sudden the ground turns to dirt, and there's bigger trees up here. And so whenever I got up to the top, I'm thinking, that's a pretty old tree. The lake was built in the 1960s, all the way up until about 1980 is whenever it opened. So this island must have been here a pretty long time. Like, that tree is a pretty nice looking tree. Several of these trees look fairly mature. But as I'm thinking up here, I'm noticing that the whole area is cleared out. And this would be a great spot for a hammock. And I'm walking along a little bit more, and I found a fire pit. This would be an awesome, awesome place to camp. I don't know whether it's legal or not, but maybe sometime in the wintertime when everything's a lot more quiet, you could camp here, probably pitch a tent, or even, like I said, do some hammocks. But look at this view. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's the beach over there in the water tower. It's just absolutely beautiful. The water is so blue. It usually looks this blue, but I don't know if it's because of the contrast with the brown leaves, but man, it just looks awesome. So if you're into fishing, this would be a great place to just hang out for the evening, whether you're catfishing or something. I've seen several places where people make campfires. Look at this. I'm gonna take a seat on this rock right here. Look at that view and listen how quiet it is. Absolutely silent, peaceful. You can really get some time away here. So on this side of the island, there's a lot more bigger rocks, and I've noticed that whenever I threw out my fishing lines, my fishing lures, that there's some really big rocks out there. So I don't know if there are currents in this lake that push all the deposit, the till on this side of the lake, or what. And I actually just saw this. Look at this. People have been here a long time before me. It looks like there's an 11, maybe 2011. I don't really know what that says, but this kind of looks like either a B or an 8. That's a 96. So yeah, I mean, like, this island is a mature island. And then there's one little tiny sandbar out there, but I think this is probably the biggest island on Patoka Lake. And as I was sitting here, I was wondering if there was a bald eagle's nest on this island and then I should get off of it. So I wanted to make a real quick loop around the entire island, and I found this really, really awesome structure that somebody built. I'm gonna show you here in a second. I just walked along and I actually found this is a red clay brick. I don't know if it has anything to do with it, but Where Patoka Lake stands now, there were actually 3 towns. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. There are quite a few structures that I have found before. I'll show you guys a little bit on the southeast side of the island. You can see a portion of the beach, and the beach was actually down really low earlier this spring, and my family and I decided to walk the beach, and we actually found some plates, some broken plates from the 1890s. We found a homestead, so I wonder if that brick has anything to do with a one-time farm or homestead that was here a long time ago that's now at the bottom of the lake. So anyways, we're gonna go see this structure. All right, everybody, we have made it. We are on the north side of the island. This island is probably 50 to 75 yards. So, I mean, it's fairly small, but it's big enough to be significant. Anyways, so I was making my way around the east side of the island, and I came across this. Now, earlier this spring, when we actually walked the beach, we noticed that people were building like a lot of towers out of these blocks. This is mostly sandstone. Indiana is known for its limestone. I think it's a lot deeper than this is. But people were stacking the sandstone that breaks in level plains, and they actually were making art, and they were making towers out of it. So this is something that's really neat. It almost looks like a chimney, something that you'd see like just down the road in Spencer County at Lincoln State Park, or something that you would see over in the Hoosier National Forest at the Rickenbaugh House. I don't think they had any intentions on doing that. I think it's somebody either used it as shade, or they used it as a chimney, or they used it as some sort of small shelter. I don't know. If you guys think of anything, put it down in the comments. But I paid homage to the structure. I noticed that some people left some things. Like here's a fishing lure, a bullet, and I actually left this piece of, it looks like a piece of a shell, probably from some sort of mollusk. But I left that, and then I left this. I don't know. It was just kind of neat to pay my respects, pay homage to this beautiful piece of art that somebody made. Somebody probably took a long time to make this, or several people built it over time. Personally, I don't ever remember seeing this when we would come through like on our ski boat. But I mean, considering that during the summertime this is all green and this is all grown up, it's very easy that I could have missed it. But this is a really neat structure that I wanted to show you guys. It's pretty solid. I mean, somebody really took some time to work on this, to find the right pieces, and somebody with an awful lot of manpower. I mean, those rocks have got to be heavy. But anyways, I'm gonna get in my kayak and go back to the beach. The sun is setting low on this November day. It's actually November the 13th, and I feel like it gets darker earlier and earlier as the days go on, but the sun is sinking below the tree line, which means that I need to go back, because being on a kayak out on the water is not good, especially with these big waves. We've had a lot of wind today. But anyways, thanks guys for checking out my video. When I get back to the shore, I'll show you guys about how far I went. So take care, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys next time. Okay, so about 20 minutes later, I've finally made it to the beach. The sun is about ready to set. I guess it's gone underneath the trees, so it's only a matter of time. So I made it back just in time. Way out there is the island. And in about March, the where my finger's at, where that tree's at, about 30 yards out from that was all dry, and we went to look for fossils there. But anyways, I'm glad that you guys stopped and took some time to watch my video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and don't forget to get out and have an adventure. A lot of them are free.